Now discuss about genic balance theory of sex determination. Genic balance theory, students. In this, genes carried on sex chromosomes that determine the sex of the offspring, sex of the individuals. Genes that are carried through the sex chromosomes. Okay, students, these are entered into the offsprings. Okay, that determines the sex of the individual. Okay, and XY are responsible for determining sex of offsprings. Okay, students, XY are the chromosomes, sex chromosomes in the male. Okay, and XX are the sex chromosomes, are the allosomes in the female. XX, XY chromosomes. It is male heterogamety. Male produce two different types of the gametes. Okay, half with AX chromosome, another half with AY complement chromosomes. Student, but it is observed in male heterogamety, which are the example for XX, XY type of the sex determination, chromosomal sex determination. It is present in human beings and the Drosophila melanogaster fruit fly. But students, by this genic balance theory, sex chromosomes that determine the sex of the offsprings or the individual, it is not always true. Okay, student. And C.B. Bridges is the scientist, proposes a genic balance theory of sex determination. C.B. Bridges proposes genic balance theory of sex determination after working on the Drosophila melanogaster fruit fly. Okay, he observed sex determination in the Drosophila melanogaster. Okay, student, and sex of the individual determined by balance between genes for the femaleness is located on the X chromosome, and genes for maleness locates on the autosomes. Okay, by C.B. Bridges, with the help of the genic balance theory, he proposes genic balance theory. By this, sex of the offsprings, sex of the individual in Drosophila melanogaster is determined by the two types of the chromosomes. In this, one is the X chromosome, another one is the autosome. Student, Y chromosome takes no part in the sex of the individual. Y chromosome, it is not determined the sex of the offsprings. Student, that is the offspring develops into the femaleness. The type of the genes are located on X chromosome. That is the offspring develops into the male one. The type of the genes locates on the autosomes, not a Y chromosome. Okay, and sex is determined by ratio of number of its X chromosomes and that of its autosome sets. Student, that is the ratio gives the sex of the offspring, determines the sex of the offspring. This is the ratio between number of its X chromosomes, which amount of the X chromosomes present in the zygotes that enters into the zygote, okay, from the gametes by the fertilization between two gametes, and number of autosomal sets that are entered into the zygote. Student, number of autosomal sets and number of X chromosomes, its X chromosomes. These are two important. Student, there is a sex of the individual determined by the ratio of the number of X chromosomes and number of autosomal sets. Okay, student, another sex index. He also gives one of the sex index that determines the sex of the offsprings. Sex index equal to number of X chromosomes by number of autosomes, X by A ratio. Sex index is equal to X by A ratio. That is the value gives the sex of the offsprings. Students, what about the non-disjunction? Non-disjunction, it is important, that determines the sex of the offsprings in Drosophila melanogaster. In this, what is the meaning of the non-disjunction? Non-disjunction, that means failure of the paired chromosomes to separate into the during the anaphase stage of the first and second meiotic divisions. Student, chromosomes are equally separated in the mother cell and distributed into the moves into the daughter cells, which are produced from the mother cell at the time of the meiotic divisions, first and the second meiotic division. Chromosomes are equally separated. Number of the chromosomes are equally separated into opposite poles. Okay, and moves into the daughter cells at the time of the meiotic divisions. Okay, in this non-disjunction, failure of the paired chromosomes to separate during the anaphase stage of the first and the second meiotic division. Okay, this causes for the production of the gametes with the abnormal number of chromosomes. Student, anaphase is the one of the stage in the cell division. Okay, that is the anaphase stage shows the movement of the equal number of the chromosomes into the daughter cells. Okay, failure of paired chromosomes to separate during the anaphase stage, that leads to the production of the abnormal number of chromosomes in the daughter cells. Production of gametes is with abnormal number of the chromosomes. Okay, these are the gametes, abnormal gametes. Syngamy of such gametes with normal gametes, such type of the gametes, abnormal number of the chromosomes having gametes, such type of the gametes fertilized with the normal gametes. Syngamy of such gametes is with the normal gametes produce zygotes with aneuploid karyotypes. What is the meaning of aneuploid? That is the cell having abnormal number of the chromosomes. Okay, does not shows the haploid set or does not have the diploid set. These are the cells shows abnormal count of the chromosomes. That is the karyotype is with the abnormal number of the chromosomes is called aneuploid. 2n plus 1. 2n means diploid. Okay, double set of the chromosomes. 2n plus 1. Additionally, one chromosome is extra in that zygote, in that cell. 2n plus 1. 2n minus 1. 2n minus 1 means 2n means double set chromosomes. Minus 1. One chromosome is absent, less. One chromosome is less in that cell. That is aneuploid karyotype. Okay, student, if you observe, this is the female, this is the male Drosophila. Okay, due to the non-disjunction, failure of the separation of chromosomes into the daughter cell, this is the mother cell AAXX karyotype. Okay, student, AAXX female that goes for the production of the gametes. Okay, in this half of the gametes is with AXX complement chromosome, another half with only autosome. X chromosome is not present in this gamete, egg cell. Okay, student, two X chromosomes, one pair X chromosomes enters into the single gamete due to the non-disjunction. Okay, this is the abnormal gamete. Now it is called as abnormal gamete, and this leads to the production of the aneuploid zygote. Okay, student, and this is the male one, male Drosophila produce normal gametes, half with X chromosome, another half with AY chromosomes. These are the normal gametes fertilizes with the abnormal gamete. For example, AX complement chromosome, which are having AXX complement chromosome. Okay, that leads to the production of the gametes is with the aneuploid. Okay, students, in this AXX gamete or the egg cell fertilizes with the AY sperm cell, AY gamete. Student, that is the female receive, that is the zygote receives AAXXY chromosomes. Student, AX sperm cell that fused with the A0 egg cell, and that is the male offspring receives AAX0 complement chromosome. In this, AAXXY is develops, that is the offspring develops into the female, AAX0 offspring is develops into the male. In this, student, AAXXY fleece develops into fertile females. AAX0 flies develops into the sterile males. Okay, student, in this if you observe AAXXY offspring, this contains Y chromosome in its karyotype, but it is not develops into the male one. This is develops into fertile female. If you observe this karyotype, students, AAX0, okay, this is the karyotype is with the absence of Y chromosome, but is develops into sterile males. Okay, this is gives one of the information. Y chromosomes takes no part in the determination of sex of offspring. Y chromosome is present but not develop into the male. Y chromosome is absent but not develops into the female. Okay, this is concludes with the one of the information, that is Y chromosome takes no part in the determination of the sex. Question, in this fertile females means having ability to produce the offspring, that is the young one have the ability to produce the offsprings, having ability to participate in the reproduction. Next, sterile males, these are the males loses its ability to reproduce. These are the males loses its ability to produce the offsprings, that is sterile males.